Hey guys, Tyrip here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Arnhem checkpoint. And today spawning in the north we have oziligath. I guess Ostheer straight away locking in German infantry. Myself against them in the south we have Deimos playing as the Soviets, who is straight away locked in shock rifle frontline. In terms of ranks, oziligath around rank 90 and Deimos around rank 60. Pretty evenly matched. Okay, here we go. First skirmish map. Pioneers backpedaling here. Always a tough one playing from the north spawn on this map. This cutoff is brutal. Don't see this map in too many replays just because it's one of the most commonly vetoed maps. So interesting to see how these players tackle it today. Sandbags going up on the munitions. Machine gun working its way from building to building. Just trying to cover this cutoff area, but no real aggression from Deimos early, just getting sandbags up, slowly working his way out onto the map. Playing with conscripts here.
Conscripts can now throw Molotovs.
And a very early Molotov tech as well, as you heard there from the Soviet announcer. There are a lot of buildings on this map, so Molotovs really come in handy. Do tend to be better against Ostheer, who have, you know, more support weapons standing around, and highly mobile infantry, such as Volksgrenadiers. There we go, first Molotov in, and forces to retreat. Does a lot of health damage, but no model drops. That's what the Molotovs are really all about. But that's a problem really for oziligath, because now he's got a squad, you know, around half health, going back onto the battlefield with no healing. Not going to work out from... Sometimes, you know, it's better to just be like, okay, I know my retreat path is safe, I'll try drop one or two models so actually reinforce that and bring that squad back onto the battlefield at high health. Because it's a decision you need to make early in the game before you start getting that healing. And he's trying to hold the line here, but dropping to the conscripts. Slowly getting picked off. MG sitting behind though, covering the fuel. Here comes a squad of conscripts coming around the side. He's spotted by the Grenadiers out there on negative cover as well. Grenadiers, second squad, is also capping back there. Molotov coming off. Conscripts still fighting. Might actually go down now. Tricky retreat path along the road. And gets out. Meanwhile, oziligath has actually sneaked its way onto this cutoff. And only 3 conscripts for Deimos, which is explaining why he's a little bit short-staffed right now, doesn't have enough units on the field. Has gone for the field infirmary though. But yeah, Deimos really needs one more unit on the field, whether it be a combat engineer, conscript. Because fighting with 4 squads alone, it's going to have trouble holding on to territory. And we're seeing oziligath going for the 250 now. The highlights of this commander. Deimos just content to sit behind the sandbags, waiting for his moment to strike, bringing in conscripts from the other angle. Do have pioneers right here, ready to defend though. Engineers getting onto this cutoff now. Fuel would actually otherwise be connected, strangely enough. Don't often see that split of territory. Posts take a little bit of damage. Very low on health now. Gonna charge in. Conscripts, so much damage, but Grenadiers coming in from the other side. Grenadiers also coming in from this side. Here's the 250. Posts sticking around, getting low. End up retreating there. So the combat engineers. Cap this up. Finally leaving that position covering the fuel. The 250 looking to get aggressive. I'm sure he wanted to put the Flamer squad inside it, but since that's so low on health, needs to heal it. It's going to send it out for a solo mission. We did see Deimos finally go for a combat engineer as his 4th unit, but very late. Could have done that a lot earlier, but ended up using it to put down his tech. Gone for tier 2. One thing that I've been, playing around with a little bit in my own games is going for like tier 2, tier 3 into a fast quad against Ostheer. Especially when you're starting with these conscript builds. You don't need to upgrade our PTRSs and whatnot. Sometimes you have a little bit more munitions kicking around and for the quad upgrade. And it's very strong just against Ostheer in general. Just down most of their light vehicles. Comes in at an earlier timing, which might be helpful against something like the 250 rather than having to wait another 40 or so fuel. The T70. Here comes the 250 with P-Greens inside it. As you can see there, the AT grenade actually damaging the P-Greens as well. There's the half-track itself. Got an unusual function there. Do a mine here. Tripwires as well. Looks like oziligath gonna stay in there. Complete the capture on these 2 points. Meanwhile, conscripts working their way potentially into the retreat path. Machine gun is nearby though, could reposition to defend. 250 backing away now. And we have a Zis going for a barrage. Ooh! Oh man. Balancing with death, but the P-Green makes it out. Wonder if Deimos will get that on retreat, and here he comes, potentially. Oh, he's putting down sandbags. Oof, I don't know, he might have been right on the edge of his sight. Missed opportunity for a wipe though.
Shock troops have arrived.
Now Deimos has got a lot of territory under control. Get himself a squad of shock troops, very strong on this map. Close quarters action. Just very strong in general. Shock troops. So powerful at the moment. Stormtroopers pop the MP40s there. Making nuisance of themselves around this cut-off region. Speaking of cut-off, oziligath still cut off from his own fuel. It's 250 finally back in action. He's relying on that to get some damage done. Meanwhile, Deimos has invested a lot of his manpower into squads and team weapons right now, so he's delaying his tech a little bit. 250 looking to do some damage. Troops just going to come in close quarters with the building. Just going to go for another AT grenade potentially. There it is. Taking a lot of damage though behind heavy cover. Flamer doing the bonus. This time the unit inside the 250 didn't take damage from the AT grenade, thankfully. Now, ooh, right in front of the Zis. Risky stuff here with this snared 250. Shock troops not providing sight quite yet, but maybe they see it now. So the shot didn't connect. Maybe there was an attack round or something as well connected with the terrain. Shock troops have to abandon ship. No, he's getting back in there. Oof, another miss from the Zis. Shock troops gonna make it out. Zis might go down here though. P-Greens in hot pursuit. Here we go. Well, it's gonna be decrewed in a safe position at the very least, so Lucky break for Deimos. Oh, runs over a mine here potentially. I'm not sure what that was, but now 250 on the chase down. And down go the combat engineers. Conscripts burrowing out, threatening the AT grenade, but not going to get it. Oh, but it dropped the flamer, so that's a good bit of fortune for Deimos. Got to recover that. And conscripts with the flamer. Very, very strong. And now Deimos getting on, oziligath getting on top of this cutoff. T-grenades connecting, just the one. Didn't actually have munitions for another one there. Could go into the defense mode. No, it doesn't even need to. Machine gun from the other angle, shutting down that harass. The skirmish on the far side. Fresh, the unupgraded combat engineers rather. There's some capping over there. Interesting. Shock troops using the smoke there to capture the cutoff. Troops coming over to fight from the other one. 250's been doing a lot of work. You can see the impact of Deimos never finding the time to put his tech down and field a light vehicle to counter this of his own. This has been having trouble finding the mark. And the 250's been doing a bit of a run around. Just sitting up there, but doesn't manage to get a shot off in time. So again, Deimos setting these mines again and again, but oziligath staying in there, getting the capturing done. Good time to look at the KD now. Ooh, pretty big lead for oziligath, even though these are conscript models and whatnot. So we don't want to be losing by that steep of a margin. Now machine, LMG squad actually in the building. Oh,
We are losing a sector.
bundle grenade missing. Just not getting the killing blow. Here come the stormtroopers from the side. Shock troops have to be careful. Throws the smoke grenade. Ooh, is that gonna allow the conscript to escape? oziligath a little bit late on the chase and the exit. Unable to get the kill. Now shock troops going to this side of the building where only one window will shoot, but actually expose himself to the LMG fire from the other building. Now shock troops could go down if he uses the tactical advance. No tactical advance, bit of a mistake there. Definitely want to use it in those chase down scenarios. What is it? It increases your burst length by 150%, so your squads will shoot for so much longer before they go into cooldown. Just a huge increase to your DPS overall by using that ability. But you know, it does have the drawback if you're getting shot at whilst it's activated. You also take bonus received accuracy, so penalty received accuracy. So yeah, you want to use it in those chase down scenarios when you're not getting shot at in return. But that was the ideal time to use it, just before. Well, Deimos, you know, having got this far without building a light vehicle, might as well just go straight for tier 4, try to get something out. Did he end up losing one conscript? I hope it wasn't this one that went down over here.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat. The enemy has taken our
It
supply
really needs to
sector.
stabilize right now. If oziligath can, you know, slow down this last 30 or so fuel a long way, he's the winning path, because as you can see, he's already got a Panzer IV in construction. It's bad news for Deimos. Oh, Maxim about to get flanked here, but Zis
Sector is at
is
risk.
there, escorting it. But he's just getting in there with the P-Green squad. Bishka base defense is doing some pretty good damage. Reinforcing off the tech structure here, making sure it doesn't go down. This setting up. Doesn't find a shot.
Supply sector under attack.
Once again, Deimos getting on. oziligath getting on top of Deimos. Cut off. Oh! So close to death.
Sector has been cut off.
But once again, Peregrines inside the half track take damage from the AT grenade. That's a bug. .250 holding the ground. Peregrines chipping in for so much damage. No dodge on the grenade, but it's behind heavy cover, so half the damage of it. But the arrival of the Panzer IV spells bad news for Deimos. Already struggling. Gone for a second Zis now. To answer the armoured threat. And those Peregrines coming from the church now. 19 kills on them. Halfway to Vet 3. But Deimos still in control of the fuel and 1 VP, so it's not all bad news, and VP's pretty close to dead even right now between these two players, so despite Deimos having a rough few minutes, probably basically the entire time the 250's been on the field after it received repairs that first time. Finally steadied the ship. Making trouble in every angle right here. Struggling to push out. You can see oziligath thundering in the munitions, already fully upgraded on all of his infantry. Including the pioneers. Got the 5-man pyres with the flamer. So it's very strong. Deimos gonna have to go for the T-34. No potential option. Oh no, he just has to go for it. Potential another option though is to go for the old KV-8, which is in this commander. Pretty strong on this map, where he has the double Zis backing up in. The KV-8 with the 45mm gun can fight off a Panzer IV. Not going to be able to kill it because you can't really chase it down or anything, but fight it off. And here we go. 250. Manages to evade getting killed right there. Oh, but the AT grenade finishes the job. Stormtroopers jump out. The incendiary grenade there. Deimos holding the line. Has lost control of this VP though, and about to lose control of his fuel on the far side. Do have the AT gun here, lying in wait with camouflage conscripts on the wrong side of the sandbags. 2 shots from the Zis, and here comes the T-34 for the follow-up. Panzer IV overextending itself here. Ooh, Zis misses the killing blow, but T-34 gonna go for the chase down. Nope, doesn't even need to. Mine finishes the job there. And this one Grenadier also went down for oziligath. It was the 5-man Grenadier, in fact. So things going pear-shaped there for oziligath, overextending. Maybe wasn't expecting that Zis, and the T-34 arriving at just the right time for Deimos to get him back in this match. oziligath did end up getting a sweeper, but a little bit too late to spot that mine. Good reaction from him though, you know, he has run over quite a few mines and tripwire flares, so he's responding to that threat. Troops now up to Vet 2. Real threat. Looks like oziligath gonna go for the MG42, not gonna go for the 5-man upgrade. And gonna go for a mortar as well to try and soften up these team weapons from Deimos. Has gone for tier 4, so maybe gonna go for the Panther next. I think this is the right decision though for oziligath.
Forces are
When
capturing our
coming up
supplies.
against two AT guns like this, it's really hard to use medium tanks against them effectively. Well, regular medium tanks. The regular 640 health medium tanks, such as the Panzer IV, Flak Panzer. Very hard to outposition them, and you end up having to go for big dives, and this can go wrong very easily if you get snared, you run over a mine, you can just lose the game on the spot. Much safer to go for Panther. Soak up a bit more damage, fight effectively against T-34, of course, and potentially the eventual IS-2. Just a safer option. Although I might be thinking about going for the Brumbeer. Hasn't actually invested in a pack yet himself though. So he's in a very vulnerable position. This T-34 going to do a lot of work. Nothing to stop it right now.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
In fact, he didn't even put down tier 2. So can't even build one right now, but clearly trying to save his resources so he can get that tank up as soon as possible. Maybe he'll consider back-ticking after it's out. Still staying aggressive though, trying to push on multiple angles so T-34 doesn't know which way to go. Trying to maintain as much territory control as possible. Ooh, oh man. They were so clumped up there. Oh, there's a wipe waiting to happen. Shock troops get into the retreat path here, looking to do a little bit of additional damage. Oh, 42 shutting that down however. Deimos getting on top of the fuel over here, but Panther is in production for oziligath. Stormtroopers also on this flank. And now he pops tactical advance. But the retreat path is a favourable one, coming through this region rather than down through here, so manages to escape. I think if he went like right past the stormtroopers, that probably would have been a wipe. So how low they got. Regardless. And T-34 gonna try to chase away a few squads. Oof. He's just making it out of there alive. Deimos now floating a little bit. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, that is bad news. Definitely should go for the chase down on that. And there we go, gets the kill. Should, yeah, okay, I was about to say, should have a Zis pushing up in this direction to make sure if a tank does arrive that is as far as defended. Bringing that up now a little bit late, but better late than never. So the Gath continuing to go for the cutoff though. Ooh. Squad very low in the center. Oh, not reacting. Too busy paying attention to the T-34. Loses his conscripts. That was the one with the flamer as well, I believe. What's he trying to do here? Some risky stuff from both players. Essentially losing squads. Mortar finally getting some work done that as well. More mines from Deimos. It's really getting full advantage of that. So the Gath, meanwhile, capping on the other side of the map and getting most of the territory under his control. And they're rotating now to deal with the T-34, but this is lying in wait. Range, and there we go. Penetrates as well, allows the AT grenade to connect and get the engine damage. T-34 heading out to the other flank, but full health itself could also get engine damage from snare, but maybe he's just going to commit to getting that engine damage and inflicting as much infantry damage as possible. Should be facing the front of T-34 towards the squad though to get that hull gun working, which is a huge source of the T-34's anti-infantry damage. SU-85 now on the chase down. The Panther needs one more shot to connect though. And he gets it. well timed. SU-85 push there. Gets the kill, and now oziligath massively on the back foot. Oh! 7-man conscripts went down in amongst all of that. This has been a bloodbath for the last 10 or so minutes. A lot of losses on both sides. Deimos though in a very good position with 2 tanks under his control. So those are shock troops. So those his team weapons. Probably going to need to rebuild at least 1 squad of conscripts. Maybe should have done that instead of one of these extra combat engineering squads. Because you still do need the threat of the snare, and the 7-man upgrade these days, getting them late in the game is actually quite good. Because they do get the, well, they're 7-man, they're better than regular conscripts, but they do get bonus veterancy as well, so... No, climb them back up the ranks. Yeah, this is not when you want to be using that ability. Head to head against shock troops, that is a terrible idea. That's when the received accuracy penalty they get really works against them, and it persists into retreat, the loose speed penalty. So it was like the exact wrong time to use tactical advance right there. Smoke grenade here to cover his tracks. Deimos without the munitions for the 7-man upgrade quite yet. Both his tanks back up to full, ready to do some damage. Did indeed see a back tech to tier 2 pack in the battlefield for oziligath. So around 100 fuel from his next panther. Or less than that, but needs to hold on to his fuel regardless. And a second Maxim coming in for Deimos, try and lock down the territory now. Maintain his lead. Shock troops unable to escape. Machine gun here. Finally getting pinned. Conscripts coming in, attempting the flank potentially, but P-Greens are there. Just going for a barrage on the pack, but doesn't find the mark. Conscripts dodge the bundle grenade, but only partially. So will take a lot of damage. P-Greens maybe should just stand and shoot though. They're okay on the move. Oh! Oof, that T-34 shot could have been a wipe. The pack having trouble finding an angle here. T-34 evading damage nicely. oziligath once again getting on top of Deimos' cutoff. Done this so many times throughout the match, even when he's behind. Really effective about that, and you know, Deimos has invested a lot in anti-tank right now, so outside of the shock troops and the T-34, not getting much done in the anti-infantry department. Does have the Maxims, of course, but there's mortar on the field. Vet 2 at that. I wonder if that's what killed the 7-man conscripts. T-34 coming back for repairs, it looks like. So you go. Seems to have weathered the storm. Perhaps the second Maxim wasn't the answer with the mortar on the field already. It's good though to use it on the flanks away from the mortar, help protect this sector here. But the one in the centre doesn't seem to get much work done. It gets scouted by the mortar. Shock troops though, not much that can stop them. Get 3 shock troops are so nasty. Oh, Telemite spotted there from the sweeper, but unable to go in for the defuse. In fact, may lose the squad here. That's out. Oh, and he killed the pack and he's going for the steal on it here. Doesn't really need a third anti-tank gun, but definitely wants to deny it to oziligath. Panther in production now for oziligath. He's in hot pursuit of the pack. Really wants to recrew it here. It looks like it's going to get away. That is a lot of anti-tank now for Deimos. Between that 3 AT guns and the SU-85, this Panther's going to have a hell of a time.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
So holding on to territory nicely though. Here comes T-34. Rampage on this side, knows that there's no pack over here anymore, can operate with impunity. So they get dancing with death there. Oh man, when I see them that clumped up on light cover, I'm just having a panic attack. Okay, here comes the Panther. No, maybe he's heard. It's crushing a lot of terrain here, revealing it through the fog of war. Deimos pulling back. Really is gonna get away. Ooh, and the mortar getting in there for some good damage, but shock troops too much over there. And whoa, Deimos gonna go for the KV here. It's one way to bolster your anti-infantry forces. And soak up a beating from the Panther as well. Thinking maybe he's gonna try save for the ice too. Hunting. Oh, and come the fragmentation bombs, looking for the kill on the Zis, and he gets it. Stuns the SU-85 as well. Should maybe go for the kill on this. Looks like he's going to go for the steal on it. T-34 coming in to try and stop the steal. Pyros go down. Oof, didn't retreat in time. Nice accurate shot from the T-34. T-34 going in here on the double AT guns. Panthers nearby. Coming over to assist now. In comes the incendiary barrage. The T-guns trying to get out of here, but well, the scatter is favourable. Kind of scattering forwards, allowing the T-guns to escape. Troops in here trying to finish the job, but Panther machine guns doing some good work against them. This does get decrewed. In comes the SU-85 and T-34 combo now after the AT gun's been decrewed. Grenade onto the... Oh! It's the Teller. T-34 gonna go down. Shock troops also very low. Panther backs behind the building and the shock troops go down. Costly engagement there for oziligath. In comes the KV a little bit late though. T-gun just makes it out alive. Panther threatening to come back in, but snare doesn't end in engine damage. Goes on the repairs. Did the AT... the Zis got destroyed. So it's one piece of salvation for Deimos. Talamine coming in clutch there though. Might have been allowed oziligath to hold the line right there. A little bit clumsy though from Deimos. Just waited a little bit longer before making his move. Once the KV-8 was a little bit close to the front lines. Perhaps a little bit unfortunate not to decrew the pack with the shock troops a little bit earlier as well. Some jumping in the building here, but mortar setting up not too far away. Down the barrage. Comes the fresh squad of shock troops though. Ooh, dodges forwards. Got machine gun line behind that. Both squads suppressed here. Makes him jump down the building though and continues to fight effectively. Here comes the KV, crushing some line of sight blockers there. Panther also just about at full health though, mobilizing. It's really 5. Lying in wait, but just doesn't have a clear angle thanks to this shot blocker here. It's 5 coming forwards. A low health, risky move. Panther just needs 2 shots to kill it. Where is the Zis? Pack is there. Zis on the other side. Pack doesn't quite have the angle. Oh, misses that shot there, activating the target weak point.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
KV-8 going in for the chase down and gets one Grenadier for his troubles. Pack also finding a nice angle there. Mooring off the Panther, allowing the KV-8 to pull back. Having that AT camouflage can be really helpful, especially when it's on the pack. 6-man pack. But, you know, if oziligath gets another fragmentation bombing run coming through, those are really nice for decoying AT guns. Just needs the munitions for it. And Deimos is getting very low on VPs, just over 100 right now. Nice use of smoke there to cover the capture. Soviet vehicles receiving repairs. A little bit of downtime.
Soldiers ready.
Got Grenadiers in the building over here. Conscript's heading that way now. Just have the Zis there in support. The Soviet fleet is back to full strength and he's going for a second KV-8. Well, I said that the 45mm gun can fight off a Panzer IV. Doesn't have that much luck against the Panther. Taking a pack shot there, backing away. Oh, we're still getting pushed by the pack. I don't know how he has sight here. Must be from those pyos. And just like that, the Su-85 goes down. And that's a nice scalp for oziligath right there. Soviet pack trying to return fire. In comes the KV looking to burn. And he does indeed get the kill on that pack. A little bit of revenge there for Deimos. Could try and destroy that with the pack right here. Stop it falling back into oziligath's hands. KV chasing away most of the squads there. KV-8 on the other side as well. Oziligath getting it from all sides right here. Does have a little bit of manpower in reserve though. As well as fuel. Could go for another Panther potentially. Will be a solution to this. And it looks like Deimos didn't go for the kill on this pack over here as well, which is a slight mistake I'd say. And the benefits that oziligath has right now is that only one squad with AT grenades, but it's right on hand. Takes engine damage, and as this could come in for the kill right here. Not seeing that shot. It's going for actually a Panzer IV here. A little bit unusual. Basically the exact amount of resources for Panther. And in comes the KV. Panther going to have to continue to back away the threat of the Zis on the chase down. Yeah, out here roasting away. The one receiving repairs and back play. Takes one shot there. Doesn't get a Faust off though. Doing really nice to halt the momentum of this KV-8. Water is nearby, nearly Vet 3 now.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And oziligath going to go for a pack to back up his vehicles.
Redouble your efforts. We are down to 200 points.
Before battling it out here against the KV. Missing and pack returning fire. Panther diving in here. Oh, this is risky stuff. As I said, no snares. Really helping out oziligath there. That's why I thought he'd go for double Panthers. You can do with double Panthers is, you know, with no snares around, you can generally be super aggressive and then just park them on top of the AT guns, and Deimos doesn't really have anything to respond to that kind of assault. Both of his AT guns get blasted out by Panther machine guns. Speaking of, one pack going down right there. Looks like he's going for the steel on it. In fact, that was his own pack. Speaking of, trying to use the target weak point right here. But doesn't connect. And now 3 AT guns for Deimos after stealing away that one. That could be a poor mountain for oziligath to climb. Especially considering they have the camouflage as well. Nice use of the merge there. 7-man conscripts. So he doesn't have to retreat back to base, but the mortar's starting to soften it up. That's the thing with these Soviet weapon crews. 6-man crews, so hard to kill. Be a big obstacle for Axis. Triple Cap now running against oziligath. He's in trouble. Seen him lose around 150 VPs to maybe 10 from Deimos. In spite of killing that S-35 before. Troops getting aggressive here. Panthers there to defend. oziligath really struggling to get any of the points under his control. Gonna go for a Brumbier. His final piece of armor. Here comes the Panzer IV. It's actually crewed by shock troops. I didn't even notice that. Activates the target weak point there. Oh! But this must have had a shot just coming out of the barrel. Stun doesn't end up mattering there. And is he going to kill it, or is he going to try to steal it? Here comes the KV-8. S-35 now coming up for Deimos. Gonna go for the kill this time. KV-8 coming forwards, getting some big damage on the Pyos. They do make it out alive. But they do interrupt the killing of the pack over here. Ooh, but the Panther connects. He missed that shot. Might have been in a little bit of trouble. Pack pushing up here for oziligath, but taking some flames, and the Panther having to back away. Whoa, he's continuing the assault here. That's going to go down. A little bit careless, potentially. Using another AT gun. Oh, mortar doing some good damage to the Zis. Panther coming over for the cleanup. Oh, but the S-35 arrives in the nick of time. Panther has to pull back. And the Zis escapes on extremely low amount of health. Here comes the Brumbian now. Good damage from his own flamethrower there. Both of the AT guns very low for Deimos. Still anyone's match. Basically dead even on VPs. Oh, SU-85 getting in there for some big damage from the side. Not going to be able to get the kill though, I don't think. Might have. I think after he connected with the first shot, just started chasing straight away. The best chance of getting the kill there. You have the, you'll be firing on the move for your second shot, so you have a high chance of missing that shot, but you'll be in range to get that third shot off. So it's with the potential of getting the white. Just taking the guaranteed damage, I'd say. A little bit careless with the Panzer Grenadiers there. Need to stop them a little bit earlier, but still getting the job done. KV-8 still requiring quite a lot of repairs here. Combat Engineers actually being used for capping. Deimos really paying attention to that. Oh, and he finds the low health KV over here. Where are these AT guns at? Not in a relevant position. Maybe in a relevant position to stop the Brumbier, but Panther going in for the kill. SU-85 is there. And the Panther decides to pull back and play it safe. On for a second Panzer IV. This is so much armor. This might just be a little bit too much. Deimos to handle. He's going to have to be really on point with his AT gun positioning. Hasn't been in that comfortable of a spot to plant a whole bunch more mines. We have seen that drop off in the late game. So against a mass armored push like this, without mines down, could be tricky. Only one squad with the snare as well. And the fragmentation bombs to clear out the MG, open up the capture on this flank. Does his own tank though. Back there, forcing away the Panzer IV. SU-85 also in the middle, but Panther always come down this flank. There is a Zis there, but doesn't quite have sight of it. In fact, double AT guns now on this right hand side. Panzer IV on the other side though. Double AT guns force the Panther away. Troops forcing away the Grenadiers. Oh, Panzer IV and SU-85 trading blows on the other side. Missing the second shot though. We go, feeling the heat. Oh, conscripts go down there. Panzer IV still very low. Oh, and the Brumbier comes in with a monster shot. Basically destroying both team weapons right there. Goes for the recruit. And Brumbier pulling back. I thought he'd continue to apply the pressure right there. Oh, he does indeed stay in there. Gets Detroit on the pack once more. And comes the Panzer IV from the side, flanking the SU-85. But doesn't continue the chase. SU-85 was backing towards the two AT guns on the other side. Panther in here. Also harassing. In come the fragmentation bombs, but brings them in from the slow side. And they do allow Deimos to dodge. Maybe if he brought it in from the other side of the map, the plane travel time would have been a little bit slower. They would have connected. KV-8's now being used on the 45mm mode. It's a sign of desperation. Bad against infantry on that mode, not like a super jumbo T-70. Ooh. Panzer IV trying to outmaneuver these AT guns here. And going for the kill potentially on the Su-85. They're taking shots now. Bouncing that shot. Still alive. 45mm gun. Doesn't result in enough damage. Panther, or it's that Panzer IV in fact coming in from the other side. Panzer IV finally gets the kill. KV-8's also in jeopardy. Panther coming back in now. KV-8 going down. Brumbier might go down though. No. Oh, and the AT gun coming in from the other side on the Panther. Panther one shot from death, so is the Brumbier. Well, one regular shot I'd say, but oziligath gets in there, gets the job done. Destroys all of the armor and all of his armor escaping. Extremely low amount of health, but still enough to get the job done. X creeping forwards. Looking for some follow-up kills. Maybe you could get this Panther. Poe's being used for capping right now, building more pioneers. Just going to destroy the pack. Knows that there's no chance he's going to need it. As many vehicles as he has. Doesn't want falling into enemy hands. Here comes the Brumbier, and the pack gets the kill right there. Fresh shock troops though for Deimos. Gonna head out to this flank, look for the VP capture. Still, all these tanks, you know, very, very low in health, can't really be used. Well, they can be used, but it's extremely risky against these AT guns, but maybe not for too long. Pegreen's on the chase down, finding the pack and decrewing it. Troops heading over to defend now, but a little bit too late. Pegreen's out on negative cover though, taking so much damage. And they go down. There's just so much negative cover in this area. Pegreen's made short work. And this setting up. Oh, smoke covering actually, so T-gun has to go for some attack rounds. Combat engineer's going down right there. Oh, with the Zis gets the shot through the smoke. Nicely done. Shock troops get the capture. Shock troops capturing on the other flank, but also stormtroopers on the other VP. Heated VP battling here now. Panther going in, looking for the decrew on the last AT gun. Panzer IV on low health, heading over to the other flank with the shock troops. Ten VPs left for oziligath. But Deimos in the capture circles right here. It's going to hinge on whether he can get this one under control, but it's not looking good. Shock troops in here. I think they've got some smoke down. Everything coming over now. He's just maybe just run his mortar into the center. Panther stuck around to destroy the decrewed Zis instead of making a beeline for the shock troops. So it might not have mattered regardless. And just hold on to the VPs, and Deimos squeaks out a win. Very tight contest at the end there. I thought oziligath was going to get it, but Deimos making a play for the VPs, and oziligath unable to defend. Well played by both players. High action game, and a very good one. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.